What if the most powerful move you could ever make is to do nothing? Let that sink in. No fights, no explanations, no chasing, just silence, just walking away and never looking back. People will tell you that revenge is about getting even, making them feel what you felt. But real power, real control, it's not about proving anything. It's about becoming so unbothered, so detached, that their actions don't even touch you. Imagine the shock on her face when she realizes you truly don't care. Heartbreak is a test of discipline, a test of strength. And right now, you have two choices. You can react like every other man, begging, chasing, trying to make her regret leaving. Or you can take the path she never expected, the silent path, the powerful path, the one where you disappear, not out of anger, not out of spite, but because you refuse to waste another second on someone who chose to lose you. Nothing shakes someone more than indifference. Nothing messes with their mind more than a man who doesn't seek revenge, who doesn't need closure, who simply moves on. And that's the paradox. When you stop trying to prove your worth, that's when they start to feel it the most. Because deep down, she expected you to crumble. She expected to still hold power over you, even after she walked away. But when you don't give her that satisfaction, that's when the doubt creeps in. That's when the regret begins. This isn't just about heartbreak. This is about power. The power to stay calm when emotions try to take over. The power to walk away, head high, and never look back. And trust me, when you master this, the world will notice. She will notice. The coldest revenge, it's no revenge at all. It's becoming the man she thought she could replace, but never could. If you're done chasing shadows, if you're ready to reclaim your power, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I release what I cannot control. Number 1. The Trap of Heartbreak: How to Escape Betrayal's Grip. She was everything, or at least that's what you told yourself. You built her up in your mind, made her the center of your world, convinced yourself that losing her was the worst thing that could ever happen. And then she left. Maybe she replaced you. Maybe she got bored. Maybe she just changed. The reason doesn't really matter, because the result is always the same. A cold emptiness in your chest. A restless mind replaying every conversation, every moment, searching for answers that will never come. You start thinking, what did I do wrong? Maybe if I explain. Maybe if I show her how much she meant to me. Maybe if I just reach out one more time. Stop. This is where most men lose themselves. They start chasing what's already gone, desperate to fix something that's already broken. They cling to the past like a lifeline, hoping that just one more message, one more call, one more apology will change everything. But here's the truth. She doesn't want your explanations. She doesn't want your regret. In fact, the more you try, the less respect she has for you, because desperation is weakness. And weakness, that kills attraction faster than anything else. Think about it like this. Have you ever seen a lion beg for respect? Have you ever seen a king chase after someone who walked out of his castle? Number strength isn't in pleading. Strength is in standing still, unshaken, while the world moves around you. Let me tell you something hard to hear. The moment she decided to leave, she already played this scenario in her head 1,000 times. She weighed her options, ran through every possibility, and still made her choice. She knew exactly what she was doing, and the only thing that can ever make her question that choice is silence. Not anger, not revenge, Not trying to prove your worth, just absolute, unbreakable silence. This is where your transformation begins, not in chasing her, not in trying to fix things, but in finally letting go. Most men won't do this. Most men will leave the door open, waiting, hoping, stuck in a cycle of regret and what-ifs. But not you. You are about to do something she never expected. You are about to disappear. You are about to show her, without a single word, that she lost something irreplaceable. And when you do this, something strange will happen. The tables will turn, because nothing haunts a person more than the absence of someone they thought would always be there. She will wonder why you haven't reached out. She will start to question if she made the right choice. And the moment she realizes she no longer has power over you, that's the moment she will feel your loss. This isn't just about heartbreak. This is about reclaiming your power. This is about walking away, head high, and never looking back. If you're ready to stop being a prisoner of your emotions, if you're ready to take back what was yours all along, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. I refuse to beg for what is already gone. Now, let's move forward. Number 2. Mastering your emotions, the strength she fears most. Pain. That's all you feel right now. A fire burning in your chest, a weight pressing down on your stomach, an endless loop of thoughts that won't let you sleep, won't let you focus, won't let you breathe. You want to reach out. You want to make her understand, make her see how much she hurt you. Maybe then she'll feel something. Maybe then she'll come back. But stop. What would that actually accomplish? Would it bring her back? Number. Would it make her respect you? Absolutely not. In fact, the more emotional you become, the more she pulls away. This is the cold, brutal truth about human nature. People do not value what is given too freely. And when you hand her your emotions on a silver platter, you're showing her that she still owns you. Think about the most powerful men in history. Do they lash out when someone wrongs them? Do they beg for another chance? Number. They master their emotions because they understand one thing. Control is everything. The man who cannot control his emotions controls nothing. Women test men. It's not always conscious, but it's instinctual. They push, they pull, they create chaos. Not to destroy you, but to see what kind of man you really are. And the moment she sees you unravel, the moment she sees you lose control, that's when you lose her forever. Not because she enjoys your pain, but because deep down, she cannot respect a man who is ruled by his emotions. This is why silence is so powerful. This is why walking away, without a word, without a reaction, is the only move that matters. When you stop responding, when you stop feeding her validation, something shifts. She starts to wonder, why isn't he chasing? Why isn't he broken? And that's when the regret begins. Not because of anything you said, but because of what you didn't say. But this isn't just about her. This is about you. Mastering your emotions isn't about making her miss you. It's about making yourself untouchable. It's about becoming the kind of man who can be betrayed, hurt, abandoned, and still stand tall. A man who does not break. And the moment you become that man, you become dangerous. You become powerful. You become the man she will regret losing. If you're ready to rise above the chaos, if you're done letting emotions control your life, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. I am unshaken. I am in control. Number 3. The power of silence. How to make her feel your absence. What do most men do after a breakup? They text, they call, they beg, they try to explain, and every single time they make things worse. Because words mean nothing when emotions are running high. And worse, she expected it. She expected you to react, to blow up her phone, to ask why, to try and make sense of it all. She expected to see you struggle, to watch you grasp for closure she will never give you. But imagine this. What if instead of reacting, you vanished? No calls, no texts, no sad posts on social media, nothing, just a complete, deafening silence. Do you realize how unsettling that is? How powerful that is? Because now, instead of confirming what she thought, that you're just another guy who can't handle loss, she starts questioning everything. Wait, why isn't he chasing me? Did I not mean as much to him as I thought? And that doubt, that's where you win. People don't miss words, they miss presence, they miss energy, and the second yours is gone, she feels it. It lingers. It creeps into her mind when she least expects it. That silence will say more than any text, any speech, any desperate attempt to get closure ever could. And here's the truth. She will break that silence first. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, but she will. It might come in the form of a random text. Hey, hope you're doing okay. Or a like on an old photo. Something small, a weak attempt to see if she still has access to you. And here's where most men fail. They respond. They take the bait. They think, this is my chance. They let her pull them right back in. But you're different. You won't respond. You won't give her the reaction she's looking for, because the real power move isn't just silence. It's indifference. It's not waiting for her to come back. It's moving so far forward that by the time she looks back, you're already too far ahead. This is why silence is the coldest revenge. It's a mirror. It forces her to sit with her own decisions, her own choices, without your validation softening the blow. And the moment she realizes she can't get a reaction out of you, that's the moment she starts to regret leaving. If you're ready to master the power of silence, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. My silence is my freedom, and I owe no explanations. Number 4. Becoming unshakable, the man she regrets losing. Most men think the way to make her regret leaving is by telling her. They send long messages, remind her of the good times, try to make her see what she lost. But words are weak. Regret isn't triggered by explanations. It's triggered by transformation. Right now, she thinks she knows you. She thinks she's figured you out. That's why she walked away, because in her mind, you were predictable, ordinary, replaceable. But what if the man she left was just a shadow of what you could become? This is where most men fail. They get stuck. They waste months, sometimes years, dwelling on the past. They drown in self-pity, scrolling through old pictures, reliving memories like a tragic movie playing on repeat. And while they're suffering, she's moving forward. But you're about to do something different. You're going to take all that pain, all that frustration, all that heartbreak, and turn it into fuel. You're going to rebuild yourself into someone unrecognizable, someone sharper, someone stronger, someone colder. Start with your body. Get in the gym. Train like a man possessed, not for revenge, not for her, but for you. Because a stronger body builds a stronger mind. And when you start seeing those results in the mirror, you'll begin to remember who you really are. Then shift your focus, your purpose, your money, your ambition. Take all the energy you wasted on her and pour it into your craft, your business, your dreams, because nothing makes a woman regret leaving more than seeing the man she underestimated become the man every woman desires. And the best part? You won't even have to say a word. She'll hear about it. She'll notice how people start paying attention to you. She'll see the way you carry yourself differently. She'll realize you became something greater than she ever expected. And that's when it will hit her. Not because you tried to make her jealous, not because you begged for another chance, but because you became the man she thought she could replace, only to realize there is no replacement for a man who turns his pain into power. If you're done being stuck in the past and ready to become the man she never saw coming, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. I rise from the ashes, stronger than ever. Number 5. Indifference is your weapon. How to kill attraction without a word. Nothing is more powerful than a man who truly does not care. Not a man who pretends not to care. Not a man who plays mind games. But a man who has genuinely moved on, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Because here's the truth. Women are drawn to certainty, confidence, a man so grounded in himself that nothing, not rejection, not heartbreak, not even losing her, can shake him. When she walked away, she expected a reaction. She thought you'd be sad, that you'd chase, that you'd beg for another chance. She expected to still matter to you. But the moment she realizes that she doesn't, that's when everything shifts. Indifference is psychological warfare. People crave validation, and when you refuse to give it, when you genuinely stop seeking her attention, she starts questioning everything. Why isn't he affected? Did I misjudge him? Was I never that important to him? And just like that, curiosity turns into obsession. Look around. The men who struggle with women are always the ones who care too much. The ones who analyze every text, stress over every interaction, desperately trying to be chosen. But the men who are desired, they don't chase, they don't overthink. They're too busy building their own lives to care who stays and who goes. And that's exactly what makes them so magnetic. Because nothing draws people in like a man who doesn't need them. So, how do you get there? You stop giving a damn, not as a tactic, not as a mind game, but as a lifestyle. You internalize a simple truth. The right people will stay, the wrong people will leave, and either way, you are unaffected. You are the prize. You decide who has access to you, not the other way around. Because the coldest revenge, it's not making her jealous. It's making her realize she no longer has an ounce of influence over you. And once she sees that, that's when she starts craving what she can no longer reach. If you're ready to master the art of indifference, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My energy is mine to protect. Number 6. When she comes crawling back, and how to stay in control. She walked away thinking she had you figured out. She thought you were just another chapter in her story, easy to close, easy to forget. She assumed she could move on without a second thought. But now, something feels different. She starts checking your social media, scrolling through your posts like a ghost from the past. She hears your name through mutual friends. She sees that you've changed, that you've grown, that you've become something she never expected. A man who didn't just survive without her, but thrived. And suddenly, she feels something creeping in, something she never saw coming: regret. At first, it's subtle, a random text, a like on an old photo, maybe even a meaningless message like, "Hope you're doing well." But don't be fooled. This isn't kindness. This isn't closure. This is a test. She wants to see if she still has access to you, if she can still pull you back into her orbit, if she can still control even a fraction of your emotions. And this is where most men fail. They think, this is my chance. They respond too quickly, too eagerly. They convince themselves that they've won her back. But the moment she sees that you're still waiting, still that same man she walked away from, she loses interest all over again. Because it was never about truly getting back together. It was about confirming her power. So when she comes back, and trust me, she will, you need to be untouchable. No emotional reactions, no desperate replies, no jumping at the first chance to reconnect. If you acknowledge her at all, keep it short, distant, and cold. Not to be rude, not to be spiteful, but because she is no longer a priority. And that's when it happens. That's when she realizes she lost you for good. She expected you to wait. She expected you to still care. But now you are no longer an option. And the moment she sees that, her regret turns into desperation. But here's the truth. By the time she realizes what she lost, you will have already outgrown her. If you're ready to move beyond the past, if you're done being someone's backup plan, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. I refuse to be her safety net. Number 7. The ultimate move, living like she never existed. No revenge, no petty games, no proving yourself, just vanishing, not out of anger, not to make a point, but because you've evolved past her. This is the coldest move you can make, not pretending to be busy while secretly hoping she'll text, not ignoring her to spark a reaction, but truly living as if she never mattered. Because the moment you stop acting detached and actually become detached, that's when you become untouchable. Most men never reach this level. They stay in limbo, half moving on, half waiting for her to realize what she lost. They check her social media. They wonder if she's thinking about them. They tell themselves they don't care, yet deep down, they still want to win the breakup. But let me tell you something. As long as she still occupies space in your mind, she still has power over you. So you erase her completely, not just from your phone, but from your thoughts, from your energy, from your future. Because the most powerful realization a man can have is this: she was never the prize. He was. And here's the paradox. The moment you genuinely stop caring, the moment you stop needing her to regret leaving, is the moment she feels it the most. Nothing haunts a person like realizing they've been completely forgotten. No anger, no resentment, just nothing. And when she sees you living, thriving, becoming the man she never thought you'd be, without a single trace of her in your world, that's when the regret sets in. Not because you tried to make her jealous, not because you played mind games, but because you made the ultimate power move. You moved on without her and never looked back. If you're ready to walk away, not just in words, but in reality, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. I erased her. I choose me. Number 8. Rebuilding yourself. How to break free from emotional chains. Look at yourself now. Look at how far you've come. The man who begged, gone. The man who overthought everything, gone. The man who clung to the past, hoping, waiting, stuck in a cycle of regret, gone. You've evolved. You've hardened. You've reclaimed every ounce of power that you once gave away. And now you understand something most men never will. Freedom isn't about getting revenge. It's about never needing it in the first place. You no longer check her social media, No longer sit around wondering if she thinks about you, because it doesn't matter. You've outgrown her. You've risen so far beyond who you used to be that the past now feels like nothing more than a faded memory, a chapter that no longer defines you. And that is the greatest victory of all. Because here's what she expected. She thought you'd stay stuck. She thought you'd wait, keeping the door open just in case she decided to return. But now you wouldn't even recognize the man who once longed for her. The emotional chains are broken. The weight has been lifted. And now, for the first time, it's no longer about her. This is about you, your growth, your discipline, your purpose. Because when you stop living for someone else, when you stop letting your emotions control you, that's when you become truly unstoppable. And here's the irony. The moment you stop wanting her to regret losing you is the moment she does. Because she can feel it. She senses the shift. The energy she once took for granted. Gone. What used to be her choice, now it's yours. But the difference is, you don't care anymore. This is the new you. A man who moves forward without hesitation. A man who doesn't chase, doesn't wait, doesn't need anything from anyone. A man who is in full control, not just of his emotions, but of his entire destiny. And when she sees this, when she realizes she has become nothing more than a passing memory in your story, that's when she will truly understand. She lost a man who will never lose himself again. If you're ready to embrace your power, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. I walk forward without looking back. Number 9. The last lesson, closing the door forever. You started this journey thinking you needed revenge, that if she regretted leaving, if she finally saw what she lost, you'd feel at peace. You thought closure was something she had to give you, an apology, a realization, a second chance. But now, you see the truth, the real victory. It was never about her, it was always about you. Because the strongest man is the one who needs nothing, not validation, not apologies, not approval. He doesn't wait for closure, because he is the closure. He walks his path alone, not because he has to, but because he chooses to. He understands that every loss is a lesson, every betrayal is a test, every heartbreak, just another stepping stone on the way to greatness. And now, you are that man. You no longer seek her regret, because it changes nothing. You no longer wonder if she misses you, because it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you've built for yourself, and what you've built is unshakable. Because here's the truth. The strongest revenge isn't proving her wrong. It's proving yourself right, that you were always enough, that you were always capable of rising higher, that the man you've become was inside you all along, just waiting to be forged by fire. And now you are untouchable. So walk away, not to punish her, not to send a message, but because you have better things to do. Because life is too short to waste even a single second mourning someone who made the choice to leave. Because the true Stoic seeks no revenge. Because he is already free. And if you've truly stepped into your power, if you've broken the chains of the past, then let this be your final statement. Hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. I owe nothing to the past. I only create my future. You made it to the end, and that means one thing. You are not the same man who started this journey. You came here looking for answers, looking for a way to turn pain into power. And now you see, the coldest revenge is no revenge at all. It's becoming so powerful, so untouchable, that the past can't reach you. She thought she had you figured out. She thought you would chase. She thought you would wait. But now, you've shown her something she never expected. Silence, indifference, evolution, and that will haunt her far more than any words ever could. But the most important thing, you didn't do this for her. Not for revenge, not for validation. You did this for yourself, because you refused to be a prisoner of the past, because you refused to let emotions control your destiny, because the man you are becoming is far greater than the one she walked away from. And just like that, you've made it through. You started this journey searching for answers, maybe even looking for a way to make her regret leaving. But now, you understand. The real power was never about her. It was about you. No more chasing, no more seeking closure, no more being controlled by emotions. You walk forward, head high, unstoppable. If this message spoke to you, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I choose my own path. Share your experience. What was your turning point? Let's build each other up. See you in the next one. Stay strong, stay cold, stay in control.